Children, today we shall study importance of soil. Soil is very important. It is described in our chapter 9 of the class 7. We have divided this lesson into 7 important points. Today we are taking up the topic importance of soil. As I told you earlier, this chapter has 7 important areas. We discussed soil profile in the last class. Today we are working on importance of soil. Tomorrow we take up different kinds of soil, then formation of soil, erosion of soil, soil pollution, and protection of soil. By learning all these things, you should be able to answer at least 8 different questions like how soil is formed, how clayey soil is useful to crops, what are the differences between sandy, clayey and loamy soil, sketch and show the important layers of soil, and then how do you calculate the rate of percolation, and explain the how soil is important and how to prevent pollution and erosion, and finally they may ask you explain the importance of soil. So today we are working on importance of soil. Here is an image that just gives you a broad view of how soil is important. You can see here images 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 I have shown. All these we call them as a part of our ecosystem. Ecosystem refers to the living, non-living materials on this planet Earth, especially on the soil, which they live happily by sharing materials and helping each other. And that is what we call soil's ecosystem. Soils deliver ecosystem services. Ecosystem services include many things like production of materials for eating, plants growth, recycling of material, decomposition of soil, then retention of water, climatic changes, maintaining temperature, all they are services rendered by soil. We shall study this more in the next. Here I have highlighted importance of soil. I have put a question here. We cannot live without soil, or can we live without soil? That is a question we are trying to answer. This diagram what I am shown here is a representation of the soil, different kinds of soil present on the planet Earth. We call soil is a great integrator. It integrates, it makes all the different organisms in the world to live together and do different activities. That's why soil is a integrator. It is a, if you look at the soil and take a profile of the soil, which we told you earlier, it is a snapshot. It tells you geologic, climatic, biological and human history. We can tell the history of all these things, like geologic means of the earth, climatic, biological and human history of millions and millions of years ago, because soil has preserved it in the form of fossils and remains. It's a waste decomposer. Millions of years since, plants and animals are dying and decaying. All that will be decomposed into very useful material. Soil is a source material. Source material for medicines, art, and other things. For example, medicine means Ayurvedic medicines. You know, plants are being used as medicines. Homeopathic minerals are used. Art, you have seen the in the earlier days, cave grave cave carvings are there. Mohenjo-daro carvings are there. Egyptian art is there, temples are there, they are all made out of soil. That is an example of how soil can be useful as a source material for art and medicines. It filters water and waste. When rain comes, water falls down and water percolates into the soil as groundwater. It lives, and that's a pure water. It's an essential natural resource. We have many natural resources. We'll discuss it in the next class. Home for organisms, medium for plant growth, producer and absorber of gases, medium of crop production. That's why we call soil as a great integrator. We study this in the next few higher classes. Here is a PPT. In the examination, they will ask you, explain the functions of the soil or why it is important. Please remember and by heart these things. Soil is the foundation of plant kingdom. All the forests, all the bushes, all the plants in the Himalayas are all growing because soil is the foundation for these things. Millions of living beings live on the inside, on the soil, on the top soil. Minerals are present in the soil. Soil supply water to plants and animals. Can animals go without soil? Yes, we cannot do that. Ores and minerals are present in the soil, responsible for industries and living. Recycling of materials takes place in the soil. Reproduction of animals takes place on the surface of the soil, inside the soil. Industries are coming up because of the minerals and ores. Regulation of temperature, regulation of atmosphere, regulation of gases, all due to soil. Potteries and other industrial materials are made from the soil materials. Please remember these at least 11 functions of the soil. Read your textbook, list down and write an essay. In the examination, they will ask you this question. So therefore, please remember that. I am grateful to authors who have written, who created the images that are used in this PPT. I am grateful to all the authors. On your behalf, I am grateful to Creative Commons from where the images are taken. Again, I will tell you, please read your textbook and prepare for the question on what is the importance of soil to human beings. Thank you.